Hello, hello, hello. Happy holidays, everyone. My name is Davon Reed, CEO and founder of Investerr, which is a crowdfunding platform for commercial real estate. And occasionally we go live and we have our investor talks um, with investors and funders. And today we are meeting with one of our very own funders, Adrienne Conish. And it's just, as you all know, it's just a casual conversation. I'm actually in a lobby of a hotel. So
Mm.
if you hear some background noise, if you hear some little chatter going on, that's exactly what it is. So I'm in a lobby of one of my favorite buildings, and one of my son's favorite thing to do is a hotel, which is why we're here. All right. So Adrian, please let the world know who you are. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Adrienne Conish. I had a very illustrious career. I exited as an acquisition billion-dollar program manager for the Pentagon in 2017. I have been a successful entrepreneur since then for my second time around. I am a real estate investor for 16 years. I currently own over 47 properties across 7 Louisiana parishes, about 12 million in privately held assets. I am a multi-brand franchisee with Subway, Checkers and Rallies, Wetzel's Pretzels, and now the hotel.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Coming through managing billion-dollar projects. Now you on your way making your own $1 billion. I'm here, honey. I'm here.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
I'm
yes.
here. I'm here. I'm here. So now I have some questions. I think I may know what it is, but some folks who are not from Louisiana, can you explain what is a parish? So you say you have properties across 7 parishes in Louisiana. Can you explain to the audience what a parish is in Louisiana?
So, as most people are aware, Louisiana, we do things a little differently down here, from the food to the culture to the language.
I
And
love the food.
and a parish is simply a county.
Okay, there we go. And that's it. And so you basically came from government and you navigated your way in entrepreneurship and real estate. So it makes sense that you're transitioning into hotel franchises because your background is in franchises. So what made you want to become an entrepreneur?
Um, it's always been in my DNA. Like I mentioned, this is my second time around. Prior to joining the government, I'll just give you a little quick and dirty. I had a full service printing business, and my ex husband and I owned a barbershop beauty salon, and I had a bilingual tax service where I successfully competed against H&R Block and Jackson Hewitt. My tax preparation services catered to Hispanic and Filipinos. No, I do not speak Spanish or Tagalog, but I hired people and taught them
There
how to
you
do
go.
taxes.
There
Uh,
you go.
so I migrated, I did a shift change from entrepreneurship into government for personal reasons. And I had a really great career. And then I decided at the pinnacle of my career at the Pentagon that I wanted to go back into entrepreneurship, and what better time than to consult for DoD,
What's DOD?
Department of Defense.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Some things I know, but we have some viewers who
Yes.
they're learning about you, and it's some things they may not know. Some acronyms, like I say hotel acronyms all the time, and people write them down. What does that mean? So I get it. I get it. I get it. So you talked about transitioning into entrepreneurship. Can you talk about how you transitioned into real estate?
So actually, I stumbled into real estate.
Okay.
I stumbled into real estate. I was a parish board member on various of adjustments and councils. Some of the other members were talking about tax sales, new information to me. I researched it, and just so happened there was one coming up in a couple of weeks. It was a two-part, first the parish and then the city. I was very fortunate to be able to acquire over $1 million worth of property for $8,000. I spent every penny of that $8,000, and that was 16 years ago in 2008. And each year I just started, I would buy property, and then I expanded into other parishes slash counties, because I found that the one that I was most familiar with had kind of become inundated. Was too many players in the game messing it up for me. So I kind of expanded. I also have some stuff in Rhode Island and Virginia, and I was just kind of testing the waters there. And each year I just kept doing it. And then about 2 years ago, I had a stack of tax bills, and I mean a stack of tax bills. And I was like, Lord, this is us? And I realized that, and I sat down and I did the work. I put it all together, sorted by parishes and properties and valuations, and realized that, yeah, I'm a real estate investor. And that's kind of how it happened.
So now you talked about how you got into entrepreneurship through a lot of it was through franchising, correct?
Correct. No. So I got into entrepreneurship through, I had a printing business, a barbershop beauty salon with my ex-husband. And when I left my job at the Pentagon, I started consulting. So I have a niche management consultancy that caters to Department of
Department
Defense.
of Defense. That's what you're doing with the
Yes.
Department of Defense. So then,
Yes.
so then, how did you get into the franchising? That's what the question was. I'm sorry.
I have so many just like kooky stories.
Because when you know why? Because I equate franchising to entrepreneurship because it is, but in a lot, it is technically. But let me be more specific because I already asked you that question. So let me ask it in a more specific way. How did you get into franchising?
It just happened. It really did. I believe that I had to relocate home. So Louisiana is home for me, and I am an hour and a half away from this property. And I had to relocate home. I've always been an entrepreneur. It's always been in my DNA. I had a dear friend of mine who suggested that I buy a Subway. And I originally chuckled at the idea, but then a few days later, I thought about it. I researched Firehouse, Jimmy John, Subway, and liked uh, the Subway model. I applied. They responded right away. Few days later, I was driving to have an in-person interview, and thus Subway was born.
So now, what made you decide hotels?
I always wanted a hotel and a gas station. And funny story behind that, because I am a native of Louisiana, and we are prone to hurricanes. And used to say, you know what? The next hurricane, I'm going to have my own hotel and my own gas station. So I don't have to sit in line for gas, and I don't have to call around and say, because, do you have vacancies? And that's where it came from. And last year, I started doing some research. I discovered NABHOOD in AHOA. I joined the organizations. I went to the annual conference, met a lot of wonderful people, learned about all the diversity initiatives and all the opportunities that were available, and lit a fire under me. And I said, you know what, this time next year, I'm going to have a hotel.
And here we are.
And here we
Here
are.
we are. Here we are. So during your path, I guess as far as like what because it sounds like you're extremely successful. So what are some of the things that really help you get prepared for this moment? Was it systems? Was it processes? Was it, investing? Like what helped? Because, getting into franchising is expensive, right? You have to secure loans, you have to have the equity. Like what helped you get prepared to where you are today?
So little did I know. So I a lot of this, it for me, it literally was God ordering my steps. Little did I know when I started in 2008 buying property here and there, it was absolutely a segue into today. One of the things when I started talking to lenders and brands about buying a hotel, who are you? What do you have? Do you have equity? Do you have this? Do you have that? And I remember one of the first lenders, he sent me over a SREO, schedule of real estate owned, because they wanted to determine my net worth and was I actually able to buy a hotel. And the culmination of those 16 years was absolutely the bedrock of this deal, because at that point, I was able to say, yes, this is what I have, and these are the properties. This is their value. This is where it's at, and so that's not new to me. And then for me being a Subway franchisee, I often joke with my family and friends that Subway was my gateway drug. I was new to food, new to franchising, but these 5 years, because I will be approaching my 5 year subversary on January 8th, has been
Congratulations.
pivotal for me. It has taught me so much above and beyond just entrepreneurship. I love franchises. The system's already in place. All I
Mhm.
have to do is fine tune it and execute. And those two pieces collectively, I would say, in addition to lots of prayer, that's why I'm here where I am today.
Well, I love it. So, Adrian, how can people find you and connect with you?
Okay, so there are several ways. Obviously, there is the Investor platform. The name of the deal is We Stay Sweets in Bell Chase. And also, you can connect with me. I have a website, adrienne.biz. It's my name, Adienne, and it tells you all about me. It gives you a little insight into who I am as far as a serialpreneur. And there's also a link on there for Investor as well. And that's how you can reach me. You can contact me there as well.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Adrian, for stopping by for our investor talks. And you all have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. And we hope to see and hear from you in 2025.
Thank you, Davon.
Thank you all.
Bye bye.